Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another episode in the Dasher series. I'm Dre All Day in the place to be. Back again after giving you two back-to-back episodes from each end of the spectrum. You got Yellow on one side and you got Odd on the other. Gave you both of them at the same time for you to decide. I don't know what to decide, but just for you to check out, I guess. More or less is better to say. I hope you guys enjoy that. I apologize once again for the cast. I'm working on it. I don't know what's going on because it's never crashed like this before. Maybe the new stuff is just too good and it doesn't want to work. I don't know what to tell you. I'll figure it out, I promise. But what we're here for is not for that. We're not here for Dash. Well, I guess we are here for Dash League, but we're here for Hyperdash. And this is another Dasher in the Dasher series. I want you to say hello to, he's your friend, he's my friend, he's everybody's friend. We got the homie, Mr. Soap. How's it feeling, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good
to be here.
How you doing? You said you just woke up, right?
Yeah, I just woke up a little bit dusty because we had a 4th of July party last night, but yeah, not doing too bad. Had a bit of water.
Hey, but you're on the other side of the planet, no? Or on the other side of the pond, I should say?
Yep, 19 hours in the future from you.
That's amazing, man. That always blows my mind when I hear that. Like it's tomorrow over there, some ish.
That's crazy, yeah.
So yeah, man, thank you for joining me. It's so hard to get Dashes to do this. Lately, it's been a little bit easier, maybe because everybody wants to get the word out. But I appreciate every single one of the Dashes I could get on this series. So how'd you even hear about this game right off the bat? Like, how'd you find out about it?
Yeah, like I think I saw it on Reddit, like for the Oculus Quest page. Probably saw some YouTube little like suggested clips to check it out, I guess eventually, but I think when I first saw it, I just thought it was going to be just another, random like team deathmatch kind of like normal shooter. Like I didn't really rush to do it. And then side quest, I thought maybe it wouldn't be that polished, so like I didn't rush to it. And then I just kept seeing people comment that was their favorite game after a while. Like, so then Alpha 4, I think it came along, and no looking back. Like everyone else, like stop playing all the other games that I own pretty much and just keep coming back to Hyperdash now.
Hey, just like World of Warcraft or any of those other games, it literally becomes a way of life. It becomes a part of you, like everything about it. You know what I mean? Like I'm hesitant to say that because I don't want to scare away new players, because I've seen a few veterans kind of get discouraged because of the level of competitiveness and level of skill that's going around right now. But in my opinion, I mean, it's better to get shot, have fun, than to just like give up altogether, right?
Yeah, well, I think there's a different type of people. Like some people come on and then complain about everyone must be cheating or whatever. But then like I think all of the dashes, you come on and like at the start you're getting whooped, and like I know that I enjoyed it. Like I was like, sweet, I want to keep playing with HHL Chapo and all these other guys that are dominating me, because it's more fun to try and get better and see whether you can even get like a kill on them here and there and just get better.
And that's another thing that's cool about this community, I keep saying over and over again, is that it's the people, because even the top people would definitely take the time and help you out. It's like they don't just dominate you and just walk away making fun of you. I mean, they might, but they'll also help you out.
Yeah, for sure. I actually didn't really ask anybody for help when I came on, like, because I've never really done like online gaming before, and like my chat was always on mute, and like I was just trying to figure it out myself. But if I came in now, for sure would be nice to just like bypass a few of those weeks. Like I didn't even know the little wrist hub with like, I don't know how dashes worked, I didn't know half of that stuff, but I was just kind of just hopped in and just pressed the different buttons and tried to figure it out slowly.
And then that's we should commend the developers on that, because it's a game that you could get into for the most part. Some people said it's not as easy as they say, but for the most part, it's a game you could get into and more or less after a few matches get the hang of it. Because I myself didn't read any how-tos or manual or anything. I got a hold of it from an article that sent me to the Discord, where I was able to download the executable, and then I got it in the system and I started playing right off the bat, and I didn't realize a lot of stuff. Dude, it wasn't until like way later, like Alpha 4 or 5, that I found out you could charge the pistols. I was like, what the heck? I was too busy, shooting people off with the SMGs from far away and control point. It was amazing. I love that stage.
Yeah, I never got to play that one, unfortunately, so I hope they bring it back. I've heard a lot of good things.
Hey, I think that with the new yellow map, they're really trying to rub it in my face. They're trying to like say, "Look, Dre, this is here to stay." And matter of fact, this is the first one we're gonna beautify.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Flashy and you.
No, yeah, I take everything personal. It doesn't matter. It's just what I do. I'm very narcissistic, apparently.
I,
That's
I
what,
think we're gonna win you over on yellow one of these days. Maybe like when they start adding in mutators and let you bring SMGs into yellow or something. If that happens, like maybe you'll come back and
yeah. Either that or jetpacks. Jetpacks, and I'll start saying I love yellow. I've been a yellow fan since day one. Yellow is amazing, extraordinary.
there you go.
Yeah, so you got into the game back in those days. So Alpha 4, wow, that's. So you came in with some serious competition, like HH Clan was around and stuff and was doing work.
Yeah, they were doing work. Like I didn't know anything about them as well. Like I just I saw like like HH El Chapo, HH Robert the Fox, and HH Maverick. I think I just kept running into them, and like obviously they were really good. And then like every now and then you'd see 4D and Geezer, and I didn't know what those things even were. I didn't even really use Discord. So then eventually, after a few weeks, I think I like noticed the Discord and just went on to ask what that even meant, and then found out about what clans even were. And
Now, what made you not want to create your own? How come you didn't create your own clan and then try to build, or what made you want to join HH?
I mean, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even like, as I say, I didn't really know what clans were, so I would never sort of be at that point to even consider creating a clan. And then joining the clan, it was just like, I think I got on like even a week or two after I got like after I got the invite, because I hadn't seen the message, because I didn't know what Discord really was. But since it was HH and like those were the guys that I like enjoyed playing with the most, I was just like, why not?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
that's basically what happened to me. Is I was not on Discord at all, and then one day I was like, you know what? I really like this game. I want to do an episode about this game, because I had an idea of creating a podcast called Quest World, because I was really getting into this VR and there wasn't a lot of content, and I was like, I want to do in-depth reviews and games of different VR games. And then I just got stuck on hyperdash, and I never looked back since. I've been doing hyperdash content ever since.
Man, I think it's got us all there.
But yeah, the same thing. I went into the Discord and I was like, hey, would anybody like to be on there? And Husky hit me up and he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And they're real nice on there. And I didn't realize the developers were also being nice to me. I didn't realize Jay and all the other people were developers at first. I just thought they were all people. It doesn't say, Jay developer. It says
Sure.
just his name. So I was like, all right, cool, but once I got in there and then I saw the message from El Chapo saying, hey, what's up? Because when I used to play Hyperdash, I didn't ask for help or anything. I just tried to figure stuff out because I'm not very good. If I keep getting killed a certain way, I'll figure out a way around that. But, I'm very one-minded focused, So,
Yeah.
So when I got in there, I would just mess around and I'd see Chapo all the time. And I think from me saying, hey, El Chapo, so many times, he finally like let me join the clan. The bar was very low in those times, apparently.
That's funny. Yeah, you do get a few bonds with those, like when people make those calls during games, though. Like, I think everyone in the community knows and loves Fathead just because, of like hearing his voice and his laughing, sort of that infectious energy that he plays with. So it's the same as like, if you were playing and calling out those things, like everyone would love playing you. Like it adds a bit of joy to it.
Oh yeah, if you can make the game fun, that's awesome, dude. And funny, that's amazing.
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, you? No, I was just about to say, like, I think MLG XXX. I don't know what, whether that's the full name of his, but yeah, like when he joined in, he's always sort of laughing and sort of like, like I'm stealing their dash pickups, like I'm ruining all of their pickups, and sort of laughing about, and like, I think he'd always call, be like, not this time, Soapy Pants, like when he sort of, and so you just can't help but sort of laugh and like, remember those good people. So
no, that's cool about the game. That's cool. I mean, it sucks when you have trolls and it's the opposite thing, but it's cool when you can have a really good time and there's camaraderie. Oh, I said that word for the first time, finally. Yeah. There's a lot of that. But what I was gonna say was, I forgot what I was gonna say. That's not important. Let me ask you, what does Mr. Soap mean? Like, why Mr. Soap?
I like, there was this like, graffiti as you see everywhere around, and like, normally you see graffiti and it's like hardcore stuff, like, like badass mofo, whatever. Like, obviously not that. Clearly I'm not a graffitiist. But like,
Badass
I think
mofo.
one day I saw just like Mr. Lemon, like really basic sort of letters in yellow, and it just made me laugh, like sort of so out of place. And so like, I guess that gave me the inspiration. I was like, it's just funny. So like I think I made like a PokerStars account and used Mr. Soap, and then it just ended up being like a username. And then yeah, and then like it's sort of worked. It worked. You could say, like, oh yeah, I'm cleaning up, or like
Yeah. Cleaning
you
the
could
floor,
put
mopping the floor with Mr. Soap.
mop on the floor.
And then you can also
Big
say it.
soap.
You can also say like, I'm not trying to get sued by Mr. Clean, so I'm Mr. Soap.
Yeah.
Mr. Soap, Mr. Soap. This is not the same jingle.
But yeah, I mean, and it's not badass at all. Like, there's different people in the, it's like Lord Grim, like, it's like, oh, I don't want to mess with that dude. But like Mr. Soap, like, you happily mess with Mr. Soap, like.
Yeah, but I mean, usually, I mean, I personally don't really think of the name as intimidating because I'm Dre Day. I mean, people are like, what is that? What is that? Is Dre Day intimidating?
I think it's probably along the lines of Mr. Soap. It's like your friendly little friend Dre Day.
Hey, Mr. Day, your car's ready. Thank you. Here's a 20. So you got into the game in hyperdash, and so you downloaded it from the Discord then, right? You didn't. It wasn't on SideQuest yet.
Yeah, it wasn't on SideQuest quite yet. Which I'm glad that I managed to get in before SideQuest came along and boosted the numbers, like because it
Exactly.
gave it
So I was gonna ask you, how was
the
how was it before and after SideQuest? Before SQ, after SQ.
I mean, I think like when it sort of when it first came out on SideQuest, yeah, there was just like a flood of like noobs, obviously, but then like a lot of those people who would be complaining and swearing and cussing people out and like being a little bit more toxic for a little while, and like the servers were like all full,
jammed
at peak times for a while, but then like after it sort of dwindled off, it seems like now it's back to normal pretty much, like other than a few more dashes out there and like a lot more talent now, especially with the Dash League.
Yeah, all the leagues coming up and out. A couple of dashers on the Dasher series already mentioned the VRML. I haven't heard a lot about it, but they're telling me about it. It's pretty amazing, as well as Dash League is, ride or die. I'm gonna be with them, So that's dope. I love what Lat was able to put together. Like he took what he had as far as the game and the settings in the game and the rules, and created a league that was really dope. And now with the private servers, because I'm gonna be honest, I got worried when after SQ, when all those people came in and the servers were jammed, because it was like, what was it, 5 servers before, maybe 6?
Yeah, six sounds about right, I guess.
And then afterwards, I didn't think they were gonna do it, so they heard our cries because we were crying like, I can't get it, and they added more servers. Thank God, but I feel bad now because now they're not always full all the time, and I'm like, damn, I hope the devs are not losing money because we were crying,
Yeah, they had people acting like crack fiends there for a little while, like they couldn't get their fix for that day because it was 10 out of 10 on every server.
I mean, don't quote me on this, but I heard people were saving spots. They would just log in and save a spot for somebody else or something. I mean, I don't know. That's a rumor.
Funny.
Dre starting rumors. I'm sorry. So yeah, when they listened to our cries and they brought out the other servers, I really appreciate it. But now with private servers and everything, Dash League is really taking off. And how do you think that's going, man?
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, the whole community is really cool. Like, you start recognizing there's like a certain level of quality of play and people who know how to work with it in teams. So like now when you see them in the game, like if you're not even in the Dash League, like it's always good to see other Dash Leaguers around to play with, mix up the teams and stuff. And then I think like we've all rapidly improved as a result of playing it. Like I know when that first game that we played, like our scrimmage versus Elite, and we just got wrecked, like not used to playing against 5 cohesive good players and stuff like that. And then you play longer, and then learn some of those strategies, get better, and it's just like consistent competitive game. So it's pretty addictive to play.
Now I'm glad you brought that up. So you were playing how many do you know, I don't want to put you on the spot because I don't have the info offhand, but do you know how many scrims and how many matches you've had in Dash League so far?
I think we've had like maybe a couple of scrims, and then maybe 3 matches, maybe.
Okay, and
Yeah, I think that's all right.
I mean, what the fuck? Excuse me. What the f do I know? But that's a respectable amount of thing to get started. Now, to the other teams that are kind of hesitant to get in because they don't want to win or lose, what do you say to those?
Just hop on board, man. Like you're only going to get better from playing, and like I think at the same time, like people don't want to like come out and like lose. You want to be ready, like I get it. We're gonna like lose if we haven't practiced and stuff, but at the same time, yeah, we're in season 0, preseason kind of at the moment, like sort of figuring things out, and no one really cares if you go out there and get wrecked. Like it's like still fun to watch, and it's like shows people how how much skill and teamwork there really is. Like
Yeah,
just hop out there and you'll get better. Like you get rapidly better from losing. Like I know that we've taken a lot of lessons from our losses as HHI. So.
and I completely agree. And what I'm saying is even if you lose, it gives you the opportunity to, number one, get better, and number two, be underestimated. And that's where I always thrive, is when people underestimate me, and I'm like, all right, and then I'm able to. So basically, as long as you improve, you surprise people. And that's what I
Yeah.
don't get it when these people don't want to go out there and they're afraid to lose. It's like losing is perfect. Losing is easy. You know what I mean? Because it gives you. It's when you start out on top and you're high and mighty, and then you guys maintain that level. That's when I
Yeah.
get scared. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm done. I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, like I'm sure Elite felt that. Like Elite came, with the Puff clan, they had so much sort of respect in the community and accolades, and it was like, they had to like live up to that in every game. Everyone was expecting them to win. It was like such a trophy. Everyone was bringing their best. Like, and then I think that they finally lost a game, and I'm sure it was like a breath of, it was just like a sigh of relief of like, oh, like, people don't have to expect us to win every game. Like there's a
Dude,
bunch of really good teams in this league. Like not everyone can win. Like there's always got to be a winner and a loser. It doesn't mean that like one of those teams is that bad or anything. Like
and not to go far down that road, but I mean, the whole launch of the Dash League was kind of shaky, or could have been handled better. But I'm glad that we got past all that and we were able to get to where we're at now. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch the first episode. But we won't talk about that now. But talking about that, what do you hope for in the season?
just more like just more games really. Like I don't think there's anything massively that needs to change. Like I think that's gonna introduce some bracketed systems and like sort of a bit more seasonal structure, which will be fun to like hopefully if people start playing games at the same level, so that like after a few weeks all teams have 3 games under their belt or whatever. Like whereas now, certain teams sort of have 8 games under their belt, or like I don't know the exact numbers, and some people have 1 game, and
And there might be like
you
a
know,
bye week or something.
yeah,
Now,
sure, yeah. I
what do
mean,
you think
like,
about the bye week if like both teams like what do you think about the you get a bye week, and if you can't do it you forfeit?
yeah, like I mean, you should be able to make time for it, but like at the same time, yeah, there's only so many servers, like, and so many days and times that work for people. So like, I know for us, for HHI, like we've got people from all around the world, and so it's like hard to find those slots. And then sometimes there'll be a tournament on that weekend, or someone else has booked the slot, so it's like hard for us to fit in those games sometimes. But
You know what I
try
think?
work.
Oh no, that probably wouldn't be fair. I was gonna say, what I was gonna say, like, is because we got the larger the league, that means you have more people that are able to request appointments, and I mean, you can use that to your advantage. If you, I don't want to, but I don't want to try to big league people out of their spots, or even try to like,
I think I can't remember who exactly had it. Maybe Lumi had like that prime time slot on Friday or Saturday, and he ended up like it was recurring at the start, and then he cancelled it because yeah, there's like a prime time slot, and so I think he was like trying to be more fair and let everyone have a chance, which was good. So I think it's the same. Like none of us have asked for those like recurring slots to let everyone have a chance. Hopefully, so hopefully everyone stays with that. Like you never know, one day someone might come in and request all the big slots and have them recurring, and yeah, start setting up a GoFundMe page that people can buy the server for them.
brown paper bag, man. It solves a lot of problems. Brown paper bag is that's all I'm gonna say. going back to the teams on Dash League, I've heard because of the competition, the level, what's going on, how it's progressing, and we haven't even started. There might be some players that are maybe reconsidering their official, like their Dash League careers. Like, what do you think about that?
I haven't heard of that. What do you mean? Like, people are like backing out or what?
I mean, they're doubting themselves, and just like any player on any team, I mean, they're thinking they might not be at a pro level yet.
I mean, I don't think. I think more the merrier, and you're going to get better by playing those games, and like I think we're all just here to have fun at the end of the day. Like, it's nice being competitive and trying to put out the best product, but like, yeah, like I know that there are some teams with like 13 players, and maybe they want to have their best players to make the big matches, but yeah, I think if you're on a Dash League team, like everyone knows that you've got the skills and you're just going to get better and better. Like it's only like the small little details that add up and like teamwork and stuff.
And honestly, you better get in while you can because I mean, look at the Clippers. Look at I'm a Clipper fan, so I like bad. But look at the Cleveland Browns. I mean, you don't have to win all the time to be a competitive. I mean, just be there and perform, and people appreciate you, man. I guarantee you, man. If you're that bad, be great at being bad. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Please don't jump ship. Please stick around. We need to expand this league. We need all the Dashers out there to set out the word, join the Dash League server, and sign up a team. We got several teams coming up. I think Onyx is the newest team on the roster, and we got a couple of more in the works. What do you think about the newest team up on the roster, Onyx?
It's always good to see new teams. Yeah, like I know we were trying to fill more teams up in the league, and it looks like a bunch of strong players they've got. So I think we're all looking forward to seeing them in action. I think they've got a few scrimmages under their belt, but I don't think any of them have been streamed and casted. They're going around you, Dre.
No, I mean, okay, I need to get to that because I need to do some practice sessions to see exactly how far I could take this thing. I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to make this look pretty for you guys. Anyways, getting to the back to the Dash League and everything or whatever. Good luck to that. I mean, I know you guys have pulled out some wins. You guys, honestly, that last match with the Elites was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. Like, of course, when it's a draw, like you watch it back, and like I know that people were saying like, oh, what is this a scrim? But it's such a slow map. Like it just happens, and when people are all communicating and they know what they're doing, it's quite hard to get a score. Like you got to have one of those good timing unreal streaks where you take out a few and you manage to get there. And like,
are you doing comm in the game or on Discord?
We do in-game comms, and then both teams just mute the opposite team's players, like all the mics, so that the communication suite no one else can hear on the other team. So because like when you get Discord, you have to have like an extra like set of earphones and like have your phone nearby, and like I know you can work around that but it's like it seems to work fine in game, so I'm not 100% sure why fewer teams do it. Like
I'm hoping in the future the Triangle Factory is gonna add, because I seen in the options you could turn down game noise, music noise, and voice. I'm hoping in the future, like when I do a follow of a character, I'll be able to hear that person's comm. It might be asking too much, though. It might be asking too much, but it'd be awesome to, even if I can't hear everybody's comm, just that player's comm, that'd be awesome if I could just hear it.
It would be, yeah.
I tried getting, because a lot of people mentioned that they want to hear comm, and I mean, I would love to bring it to you, but it's kind of not that easy of a function to bring out.
Maybe like you could have one stream where both teams would agree to put them on some sort of network that you can get them, just to like show an example of how it would work and see whether it adds to it. And like I'm sure that like it's good for like new teams starting up as well to get an idea of like what they should be communicating. But
what I was gonna say is what I can do is like, just like in the NBA when they mic up a player, I could definitely, like if one of the players is streaming, like for example Fathead is streaming and he has his comm recording to the stream, I could definitely play his stream and we could watch him as if we're miking up a player and just watching their feed and listen to what they listen.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to try out.
Hey, you got to steal and improve. That's the American way. And happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Woo! Hey, I shouldn't yell because my dog's freaking out because of the fireworks. Oh man, it sucks, dude. Hey, and whatever you heard about me eating dog, I just said allegedly. I said I would eat dog if it tastes like bacon. That's allegedly. That's not. I haven't done it, and I'm not planning to do it.
No, that's not a classic call. If you ask somebody if they'd eat anything, that like most of them will say, yeah, if it's deep fried and battered, like.
Hey, hey, yeah, it's funny because you made a face, and I realize now you haven't even heard the interviews, so you're like, "What the is he talking about?"
Yeah, nah, yeah, haven't heard it yet. It's too fresh for me. Checking out there.
sorry. So getting back to hyperdash, what's your favorite gun in the game, man? I could guess, but what will you tell me?
You can guess. Go ahead and guess.
Is it long distance?
It's not like a sniper or anything, but I guess I use it. Yeah, I mean, I think staple guns is like a staple for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like it.
It wasn't in the
But
beginning, and not a lot of people gave it a chance. But then once they started nerfing other guns, they went to that one. It's crazy, huh?
yeah, like I think I just played with pistols for so long, like, and never really picked anything up because it wastes time, and I was trying to focus on the objective, but yeah, like especially in Grey and some of these matches that you do need the long distance, and like even on Orange Payload, there are some parts that you need that long distance, and like my sniper aim is just not good enough, like especially when people are like dashing all up on you. Like I can't do that Mr.
Really?
V sort of natural sort of headshot without even looking.
I always catch you at a
That's
good
like,
moment then, because you always seem to be doing good from long distance whenever I catch you on the stream.
oh well, maybe with these staples.
Yeah, no. I don't know exactly what gun it was, but it is looks distance. But what I was gonna say is about the staple gun is don't you appreciate the quick reload?
Yeah, I think that's the key. Yeah, like the quick reload, like because those SMGs, I know your favorite. Yeah, like if you really have to sort of dash around for quite a while to wait for those to reload, whereas those staples you can keep that fast paced action of like really attacking and going up on people like you do with the pistols.
And the pistols, I like too. I started getting used to them when I started noticing. Like I was like, okay, they're gonna start messing with all the guns. I'm just gonna get used to the pistols now. It's the best I could do. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still not good, great, but I'm getting there. What do you think about the mutators and all that stuff? It's crazy. I haven't had a chance to play those.
Yeah, I haven't actually played them that much as well because like I think the game's already so good. But like yeah, like I mean I've played a couple of mutators that were like pretty fun and interesting, like the akimbo where you pick up and it's automatically two of the same weapon, like
Okay.
saves the time of people doing that, which is nice, and like the insta pickup and some of those things are fun. But then like you play like a headshot only mode and like it's interesting, but like it's kind of yeah, it's just bizarre at the same time. And then they have the scavenger mode where yeah, like I think I did one with Gatsby and some others like on Orange, and like you just come out and you just get slaughtered, like trying to find weapons and
What is you have
like,
no? You come out with no weapons, or what
you
happens?
come out with no weapon. You come out with no weapons, which like yeah, it's a cool mode, and like some modes like it might work on some maps, but at the same time, yeah, on payload, the other team gets those 20 seconds to go get all they need, and then they just, can't buy any of the weapons, and you're just out there just getting slaughtered, like hands up, like.
Hey, you like this right here? Oh my! I gotta check that out. So in scavenger mode, you start with no weapons, and you're the point scavengers because you have to get to the weapons first. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And then did they? No, they didn't add a map. I'm mistaken. They updated the map, right?
Yeah. Yeah, which I guess like was controversial, but like I don't think I've noticed much of a difference, like other than, of course like the look of it's pretty different, and I was pretty happy with like the old basic sort of graphics that it has now. Like it's kind of like Counter-Strike back in the day was so popular and still is because of the mechanics, not because of the graphics.
What was so
But
controversial
you got to
about it?
encourage them trying it. I think I don't know, people just like it probably. People just get used to it, and like it's clean. You can see where people are, and it's not so distracting to just see a bunch of yellow everywhere. Versus now, there's like all these different colors, and like it messes with your depth perception. Like everyone thinks that like this thing's smaller, this thing's longer, this thing's taller, and like I'm not sure whether that is or not. I don't know whether the devs have addressed that or not, but it seems kind of the same to me. But who knows?
No, yeah, and I was mentioning that to Odd when I was recording him. It's like, yeah, now you can barely tell, like, because it's red and blue on both sides. They kind of the the players kind of blend in a little bit, so it's harder to get those sniper shots off when it was all yellow and you could pretty much see them from a distance.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see when they update all the levels and how people end up feeling about them. Whether it's just the nostalgia of loving how it used to be, or whether we end up all loving the new designs and stuff as well. So
I'm an old man, dude. I like my old school hip hop. I like the old school. I mean, I'm still complaining about 32 bullets, so you know how I'm gonna be back in the day. Back in my day, we had 32 bullets.
Back in my day, this whole thing was yellow.
No, back in my day, there was no yellow. It was 2 maps. You had 2 choices. You had ABC and NBC. No, I'm just kidding. It used to be control point and payload, and that was it. That was it back in the days. That was awesome. And apparently, to confirm to this, hit me up and said that it was when they were developing the game, there was no rails considered, and by the time the game went live, rails had been added. So yes, first alpha did have rails on it. I was mistaken. I got the information half right. Like, there was no rails in the beginning, but that was before it went live. By the time it went live, they had added rails, because I guess when they thought of the game, there was no rails.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I always wonder how they think of these ideas.
I wonder where they got that idea from. All these rails everywhere. Anyways, back to the game. What's your favorite stage? You like?
I mean, I love yellow because it's sort of fast paced and you can be all sneaky with it, and the cat and mouse nature of it.
Yellow's not an option.
Yeah, that.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I like the payload maps as well. Like both orange and blue are really cool, and gray has its place. But like, I think, as a few people in like Lat said, like it would benefit from a few more dash pickups here and there to increase that pace a little bit.
Yeah. It's gotten crazy. I haven't even caught up, because I mean, I was getting comfortable with the dashes and the reloads, and then when they started messing with reload times, bullet damage, sprint, now we got mutators. I'm just trying to have fun at this point. I don't think I could be competitive. It's just too much to think about.
I think I was lucky enough to play one game with you, see you in the corner with your shield and SMG, and you were doing work. So I think that was the first day. I think that was the first day that it came on side quest. You were out there, just sort of mowing down noobs.
That sounds like me. Trey, you were hiding in the corner, shaking. I mean, you were doing well shooting people, but I mean, you look scared. Yes, that was me. Yes, was I? Yeah, man. I haven't had a chance to get on this alpha yet. I'll be honest. I got excited because I was actually home when they released it. I had the day off, so I was gonna play. And as soon as I uploaded it, I unplugged the headset from the computer and went to turn it on and realized, boom, the battery died. I wasn't charging my Quest at all, not even slightly. So I had to charge it up, and I haven't had a chance to do it since.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all want to know why you're not on more. Like, I think how good it is, how addictive it is that same thing with you. You loved your Quest, you moved to playing that game all the time, and then now, how come you don't manage to find the time to hop on here and there?
To be honest, it's because I'm trying to do so much and squeeze more stuff in between the spaces that I have free. Because I have an actual, well, I don't want to say actual, but I have like a day job, and then, and then I have a space where I usually, reset or relax. And then I have times where I do podcasts. I have a podcast network. We have the worst content you can have, but hey, we got it. That's what we are. We're here to give you bad content all the time, every day. And I do a lot with that. And then once I got into hyperdash, I loved it so much, and I just started creating as much content as I could for this game, to give it exposure, to get fans, to give you guys stuff to look at and laugh at, and and to give just something to look, fun to do. And yeah. I've been trying to fill that time in between with Dash League content, Dash League TV content. But I'm glad you called me out. I'm gonna make an effort to get in the game, and I'm gonna make sure that if anything, I hit you up and make sure you're the first one to shoot me.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think you'd be almost you'd be celebrity status if you turned up to one of these pub nights from the Dasher series.
Hey, I'm down. I've been in a couple of rounds with people, and yeah, the same thing. Like you say, they're like, "Yo, I like the Dasher series." I'm like, "Hey, you want to get on it?" And they're like, "Never mind, I'm gonna go away." And I'm like, "Oh, damn, I scare them away."
Classic.
But I really love the game. I got addicted to it, and I haven't. The thing is I bought, since I've played hyperdash. This is the funny part. I bought other Oculus Quest games and haven't played them. I haven't opened them. I just bought them because they were on sale, and I haven't touched them. At least 3. And it's
Wow.
amazing that this game could do what it's doing. And when it gets released in Oculus Store eventually, because I heard there's a lot of competition. There's too much heat. Whenever you have too much heat going on, people want to emulate or replicate, and it sucks. You just gotta keep creating, keep modifying, and keep them guessing and running. You know, you can't stay
Yeah,
stale.
yeah.
What do you think? What's gonna happen when it gets released in the store?
Yeah, I think it's going to blow up. Like, I just hope that they've got enough servers to keep us all, you know, able to get on there and get our fix.
Uh,
Like, I don't know how many servers they're going to need when they release it on the Oculus Store. Like, but yeah, I'm sure it'll blow up. Like, so many people don't want to get involved in side quests and doing all that stuff. You know, like you do have to do like a few little loops to get through there. Like, I know I've got, you know, a friend with a quest who he just can't be bothered doing all that. So
really, he has a quest and would not try it.
I know, shocking.
Oh man, you tell that guy he doesn't, and if he's not satisfied, get at me, and I'll give him a gift card.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, how much you think it's gonna be when it hits the quest? Though I'm kind of, kind of
I'd
curious.
guess. I think if I had to put my money down, I'd put it on like, you know, I'd probably guess that they'd put it at like 20 or 25, but like,
I
you
was
know,
saying,
they could raise it to 30 and like it's still
yeah.
worth it. Like, you know, we all play it so much and like it's going to get such great reviews. People are going to buy it. Like it's the kind of game that you can keep coming back to again and again. And it's like I think it's the first game with like such an active online community. And it's not even out in the store yet. Like you can actually get games, you know, quite often, whereas in so many of those other multiplayer games, they wouldn't fill up. And
I think what's gonna happen is I think $29.99 is a great price point. It's because it's a premium game, and even though it doesn't have levels and stages and everything, it's all like online battling. I think that's gonna help pay for all the servers they're gonna need, because they're gonna need like 25, 30 servers when it comes out in the Quest Store. How many does Echo have?
I got no idea, to be honest. Yeah, I played Echo once and, you know, couldn't figure it out and haven't really gone back.
And the thing about this game is like most people have shooting games, and there's several ones in the store currently that are shooting, but this is unique in its dashing, its sprint, its rails, its
It's fast.
competition. Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
adrenaline. Yeah. No, I hope they charge $30 as well because they deserve it. Like, for all the hard work they're putting in and listening to all their requests and making this epic game. And I think proof's in the pudding with how many of us come in and spend like a couple of hours most days. You know, like that shows that they've got a game that people would be happy to support. You know, for $30. Like,
No problem, man. People are like it's a lifestyle, man. It literally, this is one of those games it's gonna be end up being like League of Legends or whatever you want to call it. I don't understand those games, but I understand this, and this is a movement as far
yeah.
as VR goes, and they're just making it better, and I can't wait to see what they end up doing. So, talking about the Dash League and all that stuff going on, what do you hope to see from your team in the future? You gonna go for the crown, or what's gonna happen?
Hopefully, you know, just get better and better. Like, but I know there's a ton of competition. We're going to get better in a lot of ways. So it's just yeah, getting better, getting more games. Like it's always fun to play. So
What
yeah, hopefully we can just sort of all individually improve. And like we've only got 8 players at the moment, so we could probably use a couple more here and there when some new up and comers come around. And
Hey,
yeah,
but I call you guys HHI, the smooth mofo's of the Hell's Hitman. I call you that, right?
yeah, I dig it.
Yeah,
We'll
because
take.
you guys are the nicest, smoothest people, but yet you're taking everybody out with no problem.
Hopefully keep working on that. Yeah. We got our captain V going on his long streaks as one of the more feared people in the community. So
Uh,
nice to have him on our team.
Speaking of that, who took you? Like, anybody like when you joined the team? Was it Mr. V that helped you out to get to the next level, or how does that work? Do you guys help each other out?
We help each other out. Like I think, yeah, this was obviously when it first came out and the whole elite thing, and you know, what is clan, what is team, etc., etc. So like, we sort of just tried to fill up some HH only teams and decided that it was best to just have like, you know, an American team and an international team really. So people signed up, and that's how we started. And we had like 7 of us, and then yeah, we just added Lord Grim the other day, so
Killing it.
slowly
Lord Grim was
adding to
doing
that international.
nice.
Ah, no, he killed it.
Yeah, he was doing
Wow.
real nice.
Yeah, no jitters.
And he has some fans in the chat too. Um,
Yeah.
that's cool. I was gonna ask if you wished you could have like picked outside of your pool because you had to choose within Hell's Hitman and it had to be international. But you answered the question by saying you like this lineup as it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it is. Like, you know, there are plenty of teams that would be fun, and now there's so many HH sprinkled around, you know. But at the time, I think we were all sort of yeah, like some people were unsure about the elites, you know, that whole sort of thing of like, oh, like, you know, but you're not HH, is a we a team, are we not? So we were like, sweet, let's just do HH, keep it drama free, and like we've got some, you know, badass mofos already in here, so let's just keep it in house.
So you say you have 7 people. Would you expand if you saw some really dope people, but they weren't HH? Maybe they were HH, you know, proving grounds, or maybe if they were, you know, maybe unclanned.
I think you know we discuss as a team, but I think we're Hell's Hitmen International. Like it's in the team name at this point, and like so like I don't know. Personally, I think that like from someone from Proving Grounds for sure, because they're not in like a clan. Like if they're open to joining HH, and someone's good enough, yeah. But I don't know whether we'd take someone from another clan who wants to stay on that clan.
Or unclanned.
I don't know. Yeah, I think other teams are open to that though. But I mean, our team name's Hell's Hitman International, so you can't just be like Hell's Hitman International plus 4D. You know, like
Hey, and if you guys get a chance, go ahead and check out Hell's Hitman International's merch in the Dash League TV Dash League store, gear store. Yeah, what'd you think of all that, man? Does that look cool? Does that you approve of all that?
for sure, man. Yeah, appreciate you putting in the work and giving people what they want.
Hey, it was not me. It was I made the shirts for the cast to make it look good, and people kept asking, so I made a few, and then it evolved to what it is now, and now we got a full lineup. If you want to show your support for your team, go for it. If you don't, that's fine with me.
There you go, mate. Building your hyperdash empire.
Hyperdash and Dash League and Dash League TV. Dude, that's cool, man. I hope you guys end up coming up, just like all the other ones, because I like to see competition. I don't want to see it get stale, and I don't want to see it die in the vine and lose attention. So I'm glad we keep doing what we're doing and keep evolving. I'm excited to see what season brings. That's going to be the true test, because we're going to see if we're NFL or XFL. You know.
Yep. Look forward to it.
Let's get to the match. Let's see the footage that you brought.
All right.
All right. Damn, Mr. Soap, you called me out on me not playing. Now I feel bad. I gotta get in there and start playing.
Yeah, we got to welcome you back in.
I was just kidding.
Hopefully you don't have too much of a target on your back when you come back in, because everyone's sort of, you know, everyone's heard about you, and they want you to notice them and, you know, shout them out on the cast.
Oh, well, if you want to shout, I'd be crazy if I have bodyguards. Like, I got you.
Yeah, I think all us HH will try and back you up.
I remember one time I did. I got like a kid calling his older brother. I got all the. I went into the. Because you guys kept saying, this guy's HH, but you don't play like HH, and they're making fun of me. So I went into the Discord and I was like, I need help, everybody. And I got a couple of people come to help me out. It was cool.
That's good.
All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, there are a few people out there, like in the early days for sure, that are like, you know, once they get one kill on an HH, they're like, oh, I killed an HH, like I'm the best, you know, like, which I think why so many people go on aliases as well. Like they don't want people to, you know, target them more, or like, you know, expect them to just be invincible.
Let me ask you, what do you think about changing your name so that you won't get targeted more or anything like that? You think people should stand by their name and do what they got to do, or is it cool to change your name?
I think I'm in two minds. Like, I think it's nice to sort of see people that you recognize in the game, and like, yeah, if you go on a server and you see that there's 8 people that you know, then you know that's going to be like a sick game. Whereas even if those same level are there, but with aliases, it does take away like a lot of the camaraderie and the sort of funness of the game, because you don't really know who you're playing against. So I think it's best if people like limit the alias use. but at the same time, like, I mean, I've used an alias before as well, like when practicing with different weapons, and like, you know, if my connection's bad and I know that I'm gonna suck, but I still want to play anyway, like, so like it does have its place, but I think I hope that people don't overdo it, you know.
Yeah, that's funny. You're like, like my connection sucks, and I know I'm gonna suck. Then I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna bother. I want to play.
Yeah, but you still want to play, so.
This isn't a game. I want to play. All right, we're gonna check out this footage. This sweet, sweet bean footage. It's gonna give me issues.
Sweet.
There we go.
But yeah, in terms of like getting better at this game, like a lot of people are in this HH Proving Ground server now, sharing their individual tips. So,
dude, it's very, very active. I've
growing active.
Come back.
It's so active. I go in. I got invited recently. I wasn't in there originally, but then they invited me, and I was like, okay, let me check it out. And I just seen all these chats, people talking about all kinds of stuff. It's like HH, but on steroids almost. Like those people talked way too much about technique and strategy.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to have another active community, and like there, you know, some really cool people in there, and like really talented dashes coming up. And yeah, I don't know whether Gatsby had full sort of creative reign with that. I think that it's his sort of baby, and he's fostered a really cool community in there. So yeah, I'd recommend anybody who wants to get better, and you know, if they're considering HH, to check it out.
He's birthing a lot of babies. That's what I like to say. Like when like it's like Odd has a whole lot of babies.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, whereas back when I was learning to get better, like,
Oh, there's a guy underneath.
yes, I didn't know about the Discord. People weren't sharing tips. You didn't have your videos showing all the people's techniques, so it was sort of just picking up bits here and there from people. Like I remember like Robert the Fox was just like dashing around like a madman on yellow and sort of mowing down so many players. So it was like, you know, you learned how important the dashes were, and
Yeah,
you
man.
got like, I never ever took the health pickups ever, you know, pretty much because I just assumed that, like, you know, you got 5-second respawn, like I don't want to waste time going for health, like just focus on objectives. And then like I remember playing against Lateralis, and he'd be like in the middle of our gunfight retreating to health, and it would be so frustrating, like you couldn't kill him, and like, yeah, and then eventually, so like, you know, oh yeah, no, you do need to like strategically pick places health sometimes. And
hey, you know this stage well, man. You're dashing around nice, smooth. It looks sweet. You got some kills. I mean, you got killed, but the competition was hot. That was
yeah,
nice.
I think someone quit sometime through there, but
Okay, that's the first matchup. We didn't have a chance to talk about it, but that was nice to check out, dude. That was a good matchup.
yeah, I think there's like a death match in there as well. I should have I didn't have enough time to sort of record because you're playing and then you don't want to like hop out and press the record button, so I kept forgetting to record some footage. But
oh, it's okay. I mean, it's better than nothing. We just want to check out footage, and we don't have to really talk about it. I might just say we do. It's mostly for my benefit because, like you said, I don't play that much, and it helps me keep myself in the know of what's going on and what I need to do.
Nah, but I think it's good as well. People like to see a little bit of footage, and yeah, as again, like as this league grows and people are sort of new coming along, they can watch some of these things and see how people use their dashes, and it's helpful.
See, and if you're streaming this live, like let's say you're streaming this, and I could come in and hear the comm too, then that'd be like me miking up a player. I think that might work, man. If I do that, I'm gonna call it the Mr. Soap mic cam or something, mic moment. I don't know. We'll come up with something, but I'll give you the credit.
I don't need the credit. I think it's all yours, mate.
Teal map is an intense map. It's very bad if you have anxiety because everybody's gunning for you, everybody's shooting for you. You have no friends.
Yeah, it's super draining. Like playing these, like you just sort of fast paced. Like I know when it first came out and people would be picking them back to back to back, and it was just like, oh yeah, you just needed to take a break.
Man.
And like I can play on West servers and deathmatch fine, but like on the East, like with that many people going around and dashing like manic, like I think my like lag ends up getting worse in this than any other level. So like,
And look at him. He dashes right in front of their face and takes them out. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can do it from distance too, but he got 3 in the face and 2 from a distance. Damn. That sounded like a very inappropriate joke, but you know what I mean.
It's just frantic. Like people stealing kills. You know, like I still don't know like all of the strategies in this. Like there are some, you know, Firelight. Just I don't think I've ever seen that guy lose a death match. Like so he's obviously got some hardcore strategies and you know knows how to sort of mow down 3 people that are all shooting each other, and he comes along and gets all the kills. Or
so yeah, I'm seeing. I would normally ask what your technique for this map is, but I'm seeing you just jump dash until you get in their face and then kill them in the head. How do you, did
yeah,
you practice that?
right next to them. I mean, my aim is not like the best, so it's like yeah, I just try and get as close as I can. To be honest, like I still fire from a distance, but like I'm trying to get right next to them.
Damn, with the shield, Gotti. Somebody's telling somebody like, my shield doesn't work. No, you're using it wrong.
Yeah, that's always a funny call. Whenever you kill someone that's relatively new with a shield, they're always complaining like, "But I had a shield."
Damn,
like,
from a distance.
I shouldn't be able to
Nice.
die.
Oh, this is a nice map. I really like this map. It's colorful. I like the colors. I wish they would add like a ref mode, like where one of the players, instead of competing, could be like a ref, and that way you just can't kill that guy.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Is one of the mutators infinite life? No.
Nah. There's one that's like if you kill, then you get your health back. So if you kill someone, then you get like full health again. So.
Damn, that won't work. But I want a ref mode because T would be dope if you had like a ref going around like calling the match inside the thing.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I'm just selfish, huh? I just want these things specifically for me. Nobody else is gonna use it. Nobody else. Hey, by the way, thank you to the devs. They gave us a spectator cam boost, speed boost. Now you can get to the action quicker. I'm still not. I've been told I'm still not doing the camera, drone camera right, but I promise I'll get there. I'm gonna keep practicing every night, like Rocky.
So I guess this interview is probably going to end after this footage, and my laptop is probably going to die at the same time. So,
okay. So
just FYI. And so I can get these out. I just wrote this like as a point for these foreign people. Like I know for me, like my day's almost like revolving around these USA peak times now, and so it's like hard to be productive sometimes. Like you're sort of sitting there and you know, trying to wake up and get a good days of productive stuff on, and then you get like, you know, notifications that there's a scrimmage going or like there's a, you know, packed server, and you just want to get in there, and it's hard to be productive playing this game. So I don't know whether other people can relate to that, especially these, you know, people that are overseas, and like we all want to get on when the best players from America are always on. So.
Yeah, I mean, and granted, even the developers are overseas, so I mean, it must suck to wake up in the morning and see all this stuff going on, content, you know, stuff, and then you just like, oh my god, what I missed.
Yeah, like you just want to like get on for the good games rather than, you know, do your productive things in life. You get FOMO, like,
hey,
like I know there's going to be an awesome game going on right now.
Hey, but I mean, that's what you gotta do sometimes to get in to be competitive. You gotta be ready whenever they are, and if not, somebody's gonna be behind you to take your place. That's life.
For sure.
Mr. Soap, thank you so much for joining me. Do you have any shout outs to give out?
Just shout out to all of the Dash League community. You know, like yeah, I think with all the different play styles in this game, and you know, the fact that it's VR, like it means it's sort of like it feels like sort of a bit more personal, and sort of people have all their little personalities, so it's always fun to see everyone's different styles. So shout out to all of the Dash League people. Shout out to HHI. Shout out to HH. And shout out to you for bringing the fire.
Hey, Mr. Soap, thank you for joining me. I appreciate all the people who've done this, because, you know, you might become an emoji. Warning, fair warning. I don't know. I don't know how they do that. Did you? Oh, he died. Yeah, he definitely died. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm Dre all day. Thank you to Triangle Factory. Thank you to hyperdash VR. This is an amazing game. If you have a quest, try it out. Trust me, it's worth the side quest. Whatever rabies that you get it. It's amazing, and it's coming to the Oculus Store soon this year. Check out Dash League TV for more hyperdash fun content, not just the game, but other stuff that I'm trying to create. And thank you to Lat for Dash League. Also amazing, high intense action. You can't get nowhere else. You can. You get it from the homie Stu, or you could get it from Dash League TV. Check it out. All right, I'm done. We lost Mr. Soap, but we're already at the end. So much to everybody, all the Dashers. Hope you enjoy the content. Sorry about this cast. Peace.